We get a lot of questions from you guys about, you just bought a 10-year-old motorhome. Aren't you worried about campgrounds that you won't be able to stay at? So in today's video, we're going to address this and tell you, were we worried about the 10-year rule? What is the 10-year rule and what we're going to do moving forward?
Right now we are at Cabela's in Hamburg, PA. You can stay here no matter what. You got schoolies and vans and all. Doesn't matter. But like MJ said, there are 10-year rules for some campgrounds. They tend to be higher end campgrounds. We did a full video regarding the campground owner's viewpoint of this. We'll link it up above. But in this one is more, like MJ said, how we're going to deal with it. What is it? How do we deal with it? And is it something we're concerned about? This video is going to be short and sweet, to the point, but we release a lot of videos. So you want to subscribe, make sure notification bell's on. So if you're looking for a video, maybe a topic you don't know about, that's not covered in this video, we probably covered it. So let's get into the first thing. What is the 10-year rule? Now, if you're a veteran RVer, you probably heard about this, but a lot of new people that are RVing haven't heard of this. So essentially, it is a rule, either a written rule or kind of an unwritten rule, that if your RV, whether it's a towable or motorhome, is older than 10 years old, you may not be accepted at certain campgrounds. Now, there's usually 10-year rules and 15-year rules. 10 is kind of like the baseline. Some places have 15, but that's basically what it is in a nutshell. Now, there are exceptions to this that we're going to talk about. Now, we're going to move on to the next reason, but before we do that, we do want to thank the sponsor of this video, RV Snap Pads. They make RV-specific permanent jack pads. Now, a lot of these 10-year rule places and resorts in general will require something under your jack feet. Now, whether those are wooden blocks or if you have RV Snap Pads, you don't have to worry about that. RV Snap Pads are made in USA out of 100% recycled material. They give you many different advantages,
including protecting those jack feet from bending or damage. A very important one that we like is we do like to boondock at a lot of places, harvest hosts. A lot of times you're on softer surfaces. This is going to help keep you stable on those softer surfaces, and they also can help protect from indirect lightning strikes.
They have all different sizes for whether you're motorhome, towable. If they don't have a permanent jack pad size, which there are exceptions, you can also use the RV stack pads. And those are awesome because they're like wooden blocks, but they're rated for 40,000 pounds. They have built-in handles. You can stack them at different heights. We carry 8 of them on here. Good idea to carry even if you do have snap pads, because sometimes you're at a place that's really unlevel and you have to build up under either your tires or your jacks, and we have had to do that several times. We absolutely love that company. They've been our sponsor for us for years. They were actually the first upgrade we did on our last motorhome, and we'll be upgrading very shortly. We just have to get the right measurements on our jack feet. Since you saw the ad on our channel, go to rvsnappads.com, use the discount code
Endless10.
You get 10% off of your purchase on anything on the website. We absolutely love them. You see a lot of RVers out there with them. We'll put the link down below.
Now, in a video that we've done in the past that Izzy mentioned before, a lot of people agree, a lot of people get upset about this. And why campgrounds have this rule, and this is what we address in that video, is because different reasons. Safety reasons is one of them. A lot of campground owners say there are RVs that are way older, they are neglected, they have oil leaking, they have electrical issues that can cause safety problems for the campground and the people surrounding that RV. So that's one thing.
And also, what these campground owners did say is that there tends to be a higher tendency of these RVs getting abandoned. People just leave them there, and then it's on the campground owner to now have to remove it and go through the whole legal process. And it's costly, and campground owners are there to make money like any business. And again, we did a full video on that, which is much more detail.
And also, talking about aesthetics, campground owners, as he said, they're running a business. They want their business to be attractive to gain more business. So if there are run down, broken down, just gross looking RVs, and I know some of you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth, campground owners don't feel that that is a way to garner new business for their campground.
Yeah, it's no different than if you're in a neighborhood and you have that one neighbor, a beautiful neighborhood, just takes one. There's trash on the lawn, they don't cut their grass, there's stuff falling, the house is unkept. It's an eyesore. People don't like it. It brings down the value of everything in that neighborhood. So homeowners, please chime in. It's very similar, especially if you have an RV campground, it's a little higher end RV campground. The campground owners want to keep everything looking good.
The next thing is, a lot of you asked us this when we revealed our motorhome, because we have a 2015 Newmar Dutch Star 4369 if you haven't followed along. And a lot of you said, did you consider the 10-year rule when you were purchasing your motorhome?
No, we didn't. And the reason why is because, in our opinion, you shouldn't base your purchase of a motorhome on what other people think, right? Like as far as like a campground. It really should be based on what is your budget, what are your needs, what is the condition of that motorhome or RV or whatever.
And what do you like?
What do you like? And then what do you go from there, and you deal with anything outside of it. Because again, no motorhome is perfect. You can buy a new motorhome and you get rejected from these campgrounds, but you just paid a lot more money. Maybe it can go to other campgrounds. For us, that wasn't a consideration, and it didn't really matter the age of the motorhome.
Again, a lot of your questions came in. Are we concerned? No, we're not concerned. The last question that a lot of you asked us, what are you going to do with places that have a 10-year rule? And it's a very simple answer, is that we just won't go. A lot of campgrounds that have this rule, 10 years, some of them may have 15. I know we're going to one that has a 15-year rule. They tell you can send in pictures, and if your motorhome is in good shape, then they have no problem with your coming to the campground. But if there's a campground that we see and they don't take pictures and they have a 10-year rule, then we just don't go. There are so many campgrounds out there. There's a plethora of campgrounds that we'll be able to go to. Our motorhome, again, it's very new to us. She's not even a month old yet. Stella, if you missed her name. Stella's not even a month old yet, and just wait till we get her up to par. She's going to look like a brand new motorhome. So we're not worried about that at all. So as owners now of a 10-year-old motorhome that would fit into this rule, how do we feel about the rule? Have our thoughts changed about the rule?
No, for a couple of reasons. First off, a lot of these places that won't even accept a picture, it's probably places we're not going to go to. And here's the thing, we like camping at high-end campgrounds, and we're just as good going to a Cracker Barrel or State Farm. It doesn't really matter to us. Or Cabela's. Yeah, we have the capacity where we could be off-grid for some time. We can just go to State Campground and hook up, or if we want to be in a high-end resort, we can do that also. It doesn't really matter to us. But here's the thing, if you own a business, it's your business, it's your rules. I get it, we're not upset about that. Nope. We just don't patron it. Like there's certain stores that we just won't go to because we don't like what they do or whatever. They can do what they want to do, and then we vote with our dollars and we do what we want to do.
So we want your feedback. How do you feel about the 10-year rule? And be honest, you guys always are, so that's good. How do you feel about our take on the 10-year rule now that we have a 10-year-old motorhome?
Put it in the comments below. If you like videos like this to the left of us, we'll put our RV Campground Reviews playlist. There's quite a few there. We'll also put our RV Tours playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you on the road.